Hey, man. What's going on?
Thomas, what are you doing here?
I knocked on the door and came in to see what's going on. You doing all right?
Yeah, doing fine.
How's the video coming?
Horrible.
Horrible? What's wrong?
I don't know what to do. I mean, I'm burned out. I am totally out of ideas. I have no idea what approach to take. I said I didn't want to do another funny video. I don't know what to do.
You got nothing.
I have nothing. It's the prom is what, tomorrow night? What's today? The 7th?
But that's okay. I'm here to help. I'll help you out with everything. We'll get all this stuff figured out and get it ready for tomorrow.
But I didn't know you knew about this stuff.
Man, there's a lot you don't know about me, Klaus.
You mean you could actually do the whole thing for me?
I got this whole thing.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I got it, man. In fact, if you want to go take a nap, I can handle this.
Well, could I maybe sit and watch?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's no problem. You might learn something.
Okay, well, we'll trade chairs here.
Okay.
The University of North Alabama Pride of Dixie Marching Band. Under the direction of...
Let's try that again, shall we?
Under the direction of Lloyd E. Jones III, Director of Bands, the University of North Alabama.
So how are you going to approach band camp?
Okay, well, watch this.
Hey, I was the first in line. I don't know. I got the first one there.
Let's get the first hamburger.
Oh, you can have it. Daddy's eating chips.
But I'm on a low-carb diet,
So she eats greasy chips.
so I eat some chips. But I'll lose it all during band camp because we sweat, you
We're
know?
not to sweat to death anyways.
Yeah.
Oh. Hi.
It's like a disease or something.
I don't know. Do I have to say something?
No, absolutely not. There's nothing intelligent to say.
No. Of course, I'm not going to have anything to say when you tape me, and then you're going to catch me doing something totally stupid during the rest of the scene.
Let's try that again, shall we?
Don't make fun of
And
him.
then it'll come on the video, and it'll be like me making faces or something.
Like right now.
Is the red light on?
No.
Okay, good.
May 2006. We getting married.
Just a couple of weeks from now, right?
Huh? Who's shooting? You are. That camera right there. In a year and 9 months.
It's a lot different when it's pointing right in your face.
6 minutes. That's it?
Well, yeah.
One.
I don't want to complain.
Go ahead. I want to put this on camera.
Please. The hamburger meat's not done. I don't want to get salmonella. Is it? I like it. I'll eat it. You want it?
I thought it was fruit cake.
After what she just... Go ahead.
Like this before.
What kind of meat is it?
I think it's beef.
So you're a really inexpensive date, aren't you?
Yes.
I mean, like Burger King, Sonic.
Yes, very much so.
You're not a...
Get away from those nice young girls, you dirty old man.
1, 2, 3.
I'm a senior, and I've only been here for 3 years.
How we doing?
Here we are, a brand new assistant.
There you
director
go.
of bands.
Absolutely.
So, what do you think so far?
Very, very excited to be here, for sure.
Is it too late to leave?
No, it's not. I think that window has closed, for sure. Yeah, I think so.
You got a passport, right?
I do have a passport.
Credit card?
Yep, absolutely.
From Huntsville Airport.
True. Only an hour away. Most recently, I was at the University of Oklahoma, and I did my master's degree there in the band department. Then I started working on my doctoral degree in the percussion studio. And before that, I was at the University of Massachusetts for 5 years, working my undergraduate in music education. And then before that, I was in Vermont. So it's been a long path, but it's taken me lots of different places, but it's been fun. So, and these guys have jumped on board since minute one, which is amazing, amazing, really. And I think And I think that's due partially to their pride in the group, and they're just excited to learn, you know, and that's, you can't put a price on that, you know what I mean? That's gold when people are excited to learn as much as these guys are.
No, you just walk around and interview people. Go ahead. Yeah.
I can't see.
Here, we can do it. We can do it.
Yes.
Tell us about it.
Tell you about it. Well, like, who am I engaged to?
Yes, tell us.
I'm engaged to Catherine Keaton.
When y'all get married?
She's from Russellville, Alabama. We're getting married in May 2006.
Hey, Lex. I'm in the tree.
Okay, so what do you think about being head major this year?
I think it's going to be fun, but it's a lot of work.
Do you miss Brandy?
Yeah, it's weird without her here, because she was here for so long with me. Yeah, what's the funnest part about being a majorette? Being a majorette? Being with all the girls. They're so nice and we get along so well. And getting to work with Lexi and Amelia. That's right. That's the best part.
What are we asking here?
Okay, so we hear you're getting married in 2 weeks.
Yep, that's right.
How's that going to go for you?
Right now it's going quite painfully.
Is it? Have y'all
Yeah.
found a photographer yet?
Yeah, finally. It took us, what, 9 months, something like that? Well, you know, now that we know, in fact, we might fire Klaus and get you guys to do it. Are y'all competing on prices here?
Yeah.
All right, y'all are in. You know,
We'll
like
go half.
half? Great,
left.
you're hired.
What's the best part about being a lineup?
Performing.
What is the best answer?
That is a good answer. I like performing too.
Band camp. Band camp, definitely.
Let's go down here and ask the next. Just fail.
You're walking and you just
Majorettes. What's the best part about being a majorette so far? Both y'all.
I don't know. Everybody's really nice. And I don't know.
wait, the one that
What do y'all think about the UNA band so far?
It's been wonderful. Wonderful experience.
We are good.
Absolutely.
Like Mr. Jones, Dr. Jones, the whole Jones clan.
There you go.
All the twins.
There you go. There's new ones on the way.
I know.
It's amazing.
Before you know it, they're going to be up there.
Exactly.
I know they are.
Absolutely.
We're going to need a new one next year.
There
So
you
what's
go.
y'all's names now? You're who?
I'm Ian Moyer.
I'm Dee Dee.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Bonnie Heritage.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
It was good.
Was it?
Yep.
Are you glad to be back in America?
Yep.
That's exciting.
did you miss the band?
Yeah, I did.
I'm 23. This is my 6th year in band. But this is my last semester in band. So
You're done.
I graduate in the spring.
Are you excited?
Yeah. I'm looking forward to it.
Paul! Where are we working now, buddy?
On the shirts.
No, where are you working? Like outside of the UNA?
Chili's.
Are you?
Chili's.
Good to see you again this year.
Baby back ribs.
Aw, I love Chili's.
Awesome.
Tell us about the babies.
Well, they're really young right now. They're born at a very early age. Edward is, he's really good looking.
I bet he is.
Really good looking.
Bet he looks like his dad.
Yeah, right. No, I said he was really good looking, that's what I said. Now, a lot of people have seen him and said he looks like Ed.
Really?
What about Catherine?
She is gorgeous. I mean,
She look like Amy?
she is a killer. I hope she does. I hope she doesn't look like me. Looks like me. She better have a great personality.
The proud grandpa.
Now, what are you doing?
I'm Mrs. Klaus.
Oh, God, I wouldn't admit that.
What do you think about the new babies?
Oh, I think they're wonderful.
Aren't they great?
Yeah, I like them.
So we heard that Edward may look a little like you because he's lacking on the head region.
Well, that's not true because I saw him. He's got a lot of hair.
I want to welcome you all to band camp. It's already time to start again. And it's amazing that we're here and we have a large group. We've got a lot of talented freshmen. We've got a lot of talented returning members too. It's going to be a great band. I'm really looking forward to working with all of you. We're going to try to get some paperwork done right away tonight, so we don't have to deal with it. Tubas, y'all are gonna need to take those off, because we're gonna do some paperwork. Did we get pencils? Anybody? Don't ever miss an entrance. Always have that horn up, get your entrance. Don't play loud. Let's just try to get a tonal center ready to red. The addition of Mr. Moyer as our assistant director had a big impact on the percussion section and the band as a whole. The percussion section performed as well as I've ever heard them, or better than I've ever heard them perform. They really learned how to execute. They learned a lot of really good rehearsal technique, and we worked that into the band as well. That was a huge benefit with all the other things that were going on around the band there. And then with the addition of Bonnie too, he brought Bonnie in to help with the pit while he was working with the battery. That had a big impact on the pit. They performed better than I've ever heard them perform as well. Really had a positive impact on the whole band.
Wait a second. You're not gonna put that in there, are you?
Oh yeah, that's going in there.
But wait a second. You said you didn't want to do a funny video.
Well, you got to throw that in there. I mean, everybody knows that.
We don't have to warm up. We don't have to warm up.
Because we don't have
we
anything
took our
in
exercise,
we have
putting food in our mouth for lunch break.
gift from God. Yeah. Extreme flexibility.
We stretched for 30 minutes this morning.
Natural.
That's why.
It just comes natural.
2 and 3 and 4, shoot 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and drag halt.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4, shoot 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7, 8 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 3 and 4, shoot 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7, 1 and 2 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6.
Whole lot.
What's up, Big Dave?
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Good step size.
Just so everybody knows right here, your right foot is going to be behind your left. If you're going to the right, that foot will be, the right foot will be behind.
You know, this year, this is Wes French's 23rd year in the band.
No, 22nd.
22nd year. I'm thinking that if he would have marched last year, he would have been.
Yeah.
But since this is his last year, shouldn't you put something on here dedicated to him?
You know, I was thinking about that, and Wes and I have been really good friends, and so I was thinking maybe we could do something like this.
This is my 3rd year here. I'm the tenor section leader, and I don't know why I'm that either. Favorite part of the show, like which part of the show really gives me chill bumps? I would think the push and the closer. The band comes down and the drum line comes back, and the whole melody that the horns are playing, I think it gives me chills, gets the crowd on their feet, and really loud. I think every year that it gets better. So I'm just, next year they'll have something better. If they're still here, I hope Mr. Jones is still here. So another great show.
Claire. Build late.
And 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, shoot! Hey Claire, when you're marking time, you're doing this. Not bending your knees. Make sure you bend your knees, just comfortable, okay?
1, 2, 3.
Majorettes, we're going to start right on your intro. Right on your intro. Is that letter A? No, it's 4 before B. 4 before B. 4 before B. Here we go. No mark time, just right on it. 1, 2, 1 and 2, ready, 8.
need an assistant?
I do.
I will be the assistant camera woman.
Person.
I can't call myself a camera woman.
No.
Why not?
Because we're trying to be politically correct.
Yeah, but it's okay with me. You can be the cameraman, I'll be the camera woman.
That's amazing. And you learned to swear?
You and I.
Now, how come you haven't done the band videos all these years?
Nobody ever asked me.
This season, this band can be summed up in one word: green. They gained a lot of real valuable experience that'll make them a lot better in the future. Probably came as far or further than any band we've had, but when they started, they were very young and very green.
Be careful!
Again, 1, 2, 1, ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba, go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, even hit. Right there, stop right there. Let's do that much. Sing your parts. 1, 2, 1, ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da.
I love my job.
Really? Why?
It's just one of the greatest jobs is, you know, you have to really think to do this.
Really?
Yeah, and I was lucky to get it, too.
But I thought you have a PhD from like Mississippi State? Ole Miss?
Well, that's the reason.
Southern Miss?
Southern Miss. That's the reason I'm having to fight to get this job. It took me about 1.5 years to get it.
Wow.
And I want to make these lines good because I certainly do want to keep it for another 5 minutes.
We got some rookies out marching some vets out here. Thank you for staying over and working on this. That's what it takes. We're going to get it done because all that rain we've had. We may have more next week. The Tuesday, where's rehearsal?
Raleigh.
Raleigh Stadium's a lot different from that field right there. Has a crown on it, has 2 hashes on it. You have to know which one to use. And some of you ain't doing too good with the paint on the field. You got a lot of learning yet to do. Now, every single person will have a lyre and flip on their horn at the pregame. We have not started the pregame yet. Every single person better have one. Next Wednesday, we'll put the pregame on the field. We'll learn all of that. Then we've got Band-Aid stuff to do, so we don't have an ounce of time to waste. One more announcement.
Amber's birthday Sunday.
Amber, which one?
Carpenter.
Carpenter. How old are you, Carpenter? Stand up. She'll be 22. Amber is 5th year in here. We'd take 5 more if she had classes to take. We'd keep her in here for 5 more years. Isn't that right? Where is she? Isn't that right? All right, we'll do it in the key of C. And Thomas, you probably better call home right when we get done. You're late, you know. You 1, 2.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you very much for your your hard work. Good week of rehearsals. Let's continue next week. Be careful this weekend.
When's your birthday? Sunday. Sunday.
Oh,
Sunday.
It's like years from now.
Yes.
Well, I wrote the opener, My Favorite Things, in the winter. And then it went through several different versions throughout the spring. I kept changing it and tweaking it. The middle of the show, Sweet George Brown, which is one of the hardest charts we've ever played, and why I chose that in a year when we would have 84 freshmen and all new section leaders in the winds. I don't know, that was just a stroke of genius, I think. That's what that was. That's a hard chart. I mean, it's really difficult.
We just want to thank y'all for coming out.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the inaugural performance by the 2004 University of North Alabama Pride of Dixie Marching Band. Tonight's performance includes music And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the UNA Majorettes. The Majorettes. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the UNA Color. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the UNA Lionettes.
Brownies. Brownies. Super duper brownies.
Wait a second, what kind of brownies are you guys eating?
Super duper brownies. Yeah. Must be having energy.
So how's practice this morning?
Rough.
Long.
Long?
Very long.
Which one, the first one or the second one?
I just got the fee.
Everywhere.
Now, which one of you guys had steak? Always said you guys were eating steak.
That would be none of us. That would be Mr. Jones.
No, I heard that the whole thing they was eating steak.
That would be dry hamburgers and
Steak between two slices
Looks like
of
another
bread.
Hey. That's hot dog. You guys had steak. Everybody had steak. That's
Yeah.
what Mr. Jones said.
Really good steak.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Missed out.
Y'all laugh, but see the band director's got steak.
Yeah, that looks like a hot dog.
Who?
And not eating
Boy,
like
Jones,
that.
boy, you got steak.
Big and large, sir. Large. I'm getting them for the section. Mellophones don't get any gauntlets. Oh, okay. Mellophones do not get any gauntlets.
So what does this just brings the sound out?
Yeah. Normally it's like pointed to the ground, but these like push it out towards the audience. So if you play dirty, they can hear it better. But we don't do that.
Do what?
Play dirty.
Right?
Play dirty. That's not you and that. That's what I'm saying.
You don't do that. Right angle. Right angle. Are we having fun yet?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Always.
On a scale of 1 to 10?
12.
I mean, nobody could make Amelia look so stupid as you did at this segment right here.
Well, I've been thinking about that the whole year.
Yeah.
And since you gave me this opportunity, I was going to use it.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, go ahead and run it, and we'll see what it looks like.
It doesn't stay on your lips like they say it's supposed to.
There's a little black spot on that tooth. Not that tooth. The other one. Right down.
Up there?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's always been there. It's a dent in my teeth.
Why don't they fix it?
I don't know. As much money as I paid for these teeth.
Get away from those nice young girls, you dirty old man.
You know that this past year, Amelia's appearances have been bought to us by the American Dental Association. Did you know that?
Really?
Yes.
4 out of 5?
Huh?
4 out of 5 dentists?
Have recommended, for prevention of.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Get away from those nice young girls, you dirty old man. Get away from those nice young girls, you dirty old man. Get away from those nice young girls, you dirty old man.
Quit smoking. Yeah. Scale 1 to 10?
Do what?
Scale 1 to 10?
40.
Why is it they're doing all the work and you guys are doing nothing?
I can't run over it or I'll mess up on the field. I can't run over
about
it.
something else.
Yeah. Talking about
the
E.
show, right?
Yeah.
Or the spot on your tooth.
We've already established that spot on my teeth.
Now, what level did you say I was at? I am.
You were the
conscious incompetence, right?
You know that you're not any good.
Yeah.
That's where you are. Yeah. Any student interested in becoming a member of the University of North Alabama band program may contact the director of bands at 1-800-CALL-QNA. That's 1-800-TALK-QNA. Welcome to this performance by the University of North Alabama Pride of Dixie Marching Band. This evening's performance includes songs that have become favorites around the world. And now, under the direction of drum major Thomas Witt, the Pride of Dixie!
band has chosen to close this performance with Billboard's all-time #1 movie theme. We hope you'll enjoy this rendition of Over the Rainbow. The UNA band is under the direction of Mr. Lloyd Jones. Assistant director is Mr. Ian Moyer. The drum major is...
Rainbow was a change of pace in the show. Everything was very high energy in our show this year. And we needed something just to give the crowd a breather. So I wrote a version of Rainbow, which was about a minute long. And we ended up holding the end of it, making a long time, making about a minute and a half. And it really worked out well for us that we had it in there. Drill-wise, it was not difficult at all, but it was very effective for the audience because we had to close the show with that for 3 weeks. And we put a new ending on it that got really strong and powerful. And the crowd, everybody knows that tune. The crowd loved Rainbow. But once we put Birdland on the end, Rainbow seemed to stifle the show. At the end of Sweet Georgia Brown, with all the girls back in the front, such an effective ending. It seemed like everything was hitting on all cylinders at that time. And why turn the idle down instead of just go right on, put the burn on for the end? So we ended up cutting Rainbow out. It also would wear down the brass line a little bit. A lot of long notes, playing real strong, would wear down the brass players. But while we kept it in, it was very effective. We had a lot of folks who after the shows would come up and tell us how much they enjoyed that. They just hadn't heard it in a long time.
Thomas, have you, by the way, have you seen Mr. Jones's new house?
Actually, I have. It just so happens I have footage of it.
You're kidding.
Yeah, well, check this out.
Okay.
It was really good, especially for being out there at 7:30 this morning to practice.
I did a good job.
The Birdland of, I believe, 97 was, they were used basically in the same spot in the show as a closer and for the same end, but as far as the writing of the drill, it was a lot different, and then the auxiliary were featured much more in this one. It was just a little more cohesive, I think, throughout the show.
This year?
Yes.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
Get away from those nice young girls, you dirty old man.
So how are you going to do the October 16th show, the Muscle Shoals show? Because Mr. Jones told me I cannot use any video. I mean, we're not allowed to use no music.
Let's try that again, shall we?
Well, I guess he's serious about that.
Well, okay. Well, we're going to take a different approach to it. And so I think this is really going to work, how we're going to use this.
Okay, let's watch.
If there is a warning, you will hear it before the bomb explodes. But sometimes, and this is very, very important, sometimes the bomb might explode without any warning.
Let's see. Now look at this. Now hang on. Just slide. Now the haircuts are just that's just uncanny. So why is it that you got all snazzed up for this?
Because I'm going to a concert after this, and not that one.
So what are y'all doing?
Just chatting.
About?
Waiting for the pep rally to start.
It started.
Aren't you pepped? Pepped up, man.
This is your 22nd pep rally, is that correct?
21st.
21st pep rally. Now you've done this all 21 years you've been in the band?
Every time.
Wow.
Different location every time.
So how old are you again?
Why is he just watching?
Are you still mad at me?
No.
A little bit?
No, I just feel self-conscious every time you come around.
Why?
It's my teeth.
Now what do you have to say for yourself?
Nothing.
So you got how many more years? I got 2 weeks? 1 week? 3 weeks. No, 2 weeks from this Saturday. I'm done. Gordo's my last one. It's coming to the end.
Are these guys going to throw a party for you?
Doubt it. Probably a party that I'm going to be leaving.
Well, actually, the truth be known, I have talked to all the members individually, and that's exactly what they said.
Actually, this is the...
They said they are tired of marching with a 42-year-old.
Yeah, you're right. I just can't.
That's twice my age, you know?
Yeah, I mean, he is old enough to be your father, right?
Yes. Yeah. Actually, he's older than my father.
I know, I believe it.
Hey, actually, I can hang with everyone. Can I?
Yeah.
I can hang.
You can hang.
I'm old, but I can hang.
Hang with you.
Well, then give me the camera. That's good.
It was what?
It was good. Good.
For you or for him?
So.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna mess up now. It's really easy and I'm not keeping tempo, I'm just doing it. Ah, see? Never mind.
All right, one more time. Ready?
But I don't have any.
Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Y'all need to hurry. Okay, stop. Crap.
First row. And everybody else just step in between. Got it?
Yeah.
All right, break.
Y'all are in the first half.
No gloves, just flags.
There's 2 rows of 5.
The whole parade.
Got into the center, except for like
Where's the center?
Megan and
Yeah, who is?
Well, you know what? The center's that way, and that's the way you should be going.
Megan's the center of attention.
I don't know how this is gonna work.
Huh?
Of the problem.
Freshman. I don't know.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Q&A Majorettes.
This year, like I've said earlier, it was a big learning year for the band. They had to mature a lot, had to grow a lot, and by the end of the season, you had the feeling that we were finally getting somewhere with all this, and then the season's over as far as your exhibitions and your big shows, where you're going to keep the entire show intact. So, yeah, I'm sure a lot of the students feel like they didn't quite attain the goal that they were after, which is fine. Rarely do we attain the goal we're after. It's putting it out there and trying to get to it. That's when you make some progress. And I think they made a lot of progress. We had all new section leaders in the winds and auxiliaries. They were learning how to be managers at the same time trying to teach people a show, learn the show themselves. We were performing one of the hardest horn books and percussion books that we've ever done at UNA. We were marching more drill than we've ever marched at UNA. It was the longest drill. Why I did that, I couldn't tell you. So we had a lot of things that we were going to have to work very hard on, and so there's going to be some bumps in the road, and we hit every darn one of them, I can tell you. And but in the end, if they progressed a lot, which I feel like they did, then the right things happened, and they'll come back being that much better.